Hey Lloyd. So, if you just watched my most recent video, I commented that I've been away from the game for a while. Also, possibly obvious if anyone's been following this. Well, I just kind of realized how long I've been putting off my reviews for, because this is a review for King Kong vs. Godzilla. Now, I just noticed that my last reviews were put up in February, and even then I was already behind, so I think I'd actually watch this one at the end of January, because this movie was actually on my list even then. Well, since that time, I have not only this is the third entry into the Godzilla series, and at this point, I have reviewed. This is the third review in it. I have since watched the entire Showa series, as well as one or two side films, and two entries into the Heisei era. Now, there are 16 Showa films, and that's a lot that I'm already behind in just Godzilla alone. But nothing to do about it other than press on through, persevere, keep on going, and stop slacking off. Okay, so King Kong versus Godzilla. Now, I've been a long-time Godzilla fan. I had this one on VHS when I was a kid. However, I had never seen the uncut Japanese version, which is quite a bit different. I had only seen the dub up until this point. The subtitle version is actually 7 minutes longer, not counting the fact that the American one also had several exposition and explanation scenes shoehorned in. So there's a lot more content here. I had never seen it, but my big Toho collection, which I have brandished at the camera a couple times, I don't have it here in the hotel room with me, so can't really do much with that right now, but I actually had it on there. Oddly, though, this collection still features the American version as like the primary entry. The Japanese version is a bonus feature on the last disc. Struck me as strange. I mean, they also have the American version of Godzilla King of the Monsters, but that one, the American version, is the bonus feature. I don't know why they packaged it like that. I was just happy they had it because this is, I think, the first time it's been available in America. So quite happy there. And watching it, yeah, it was pretty funny. It was entertaining. One of the main things they seemed to tone down in the American version was the comedy and the satire aspects, while then replacing it with more of a campy sci-fi aspects. So it was interesting to see the original ones. I mean, a few elements slipped in there, particularly with the character of Taco, the advertising executive. But in this one, he's even more over the top, and that character alone makes watching either version a blast. Particularly with a kind of a pun that happens early on with his name. He's not even in the scene, but if you've seen either version, when they're on the island, a giant octopus comes and attacks. Well, the Japanese word for octopus is taco. So when one guy's running in to warn his friend that there's a giant octopus and says there's tacos here, it's like, our boss is here. I got a kick out of that one. So this one's also the original. It was done still by the original director, and he started having a few misgivings about the project since he wanted kaiju to still be forces of destruction and, atomic allegories, and here they were doing pro wrestling moves, and he wasn't as much of a fan. But, well, that became kind of the norm going forward, so he grinned and bared it for a while. So, plot. Well, Godzilla is freed from from the iceberg, presumably the one he was left at in the last film, by a nuclear submarine, and, starts rampaging. In the meantime, Taco's determined to get more advertising, and hears the legends of a monster on Faro Island, and wants his people to go and see about filming it or bringing it back for him to turn into an ad gimmick. Well, once Godzilla starts rampaging, they get the idea to bring King Kong back and to just set him loose against Godzilla. That would be great advertising. And the fight goes from there, with Kong wanting very little to actually do with the fight until prompt, especially since he's getting fire blown at him by a giant lizard that he doesn't even want to fight. So it takes a little while for them to encourage him into the fight, particularly since Kong in this incarnation seems to be powered by thunder and lightning, and so the more an electrical storm brews, he gets powered up by lightning and is able to channel it. Interesting choice on Toho's part, but it gives Kong some more weapons in his arsenal here. Now, the Kong effects aren't the greatest. They are kind of laughable, particularly with the way the arms of the suits just kind of flop around. But the sound effects for his roar are pretty good. Some of the close-up shots of the animatronic for Kong's head does work pretty well, but it's probably one of the poorest looking Toho kaiju overall. Most of them do look really good, but Toho Kong kind of going to be my least favorite. Overall, the film, though, does have a good sense of humor, a good sense of adventure and exploration, and it was just an enjoyable film to watch. So for me, I'm going to give it 6 MacGuffins. It's not the greatest in the series, but it's good and it's fun. And for campy kaiju films, you want fun. So this one does it pretty well. Now, I will eventually review the American version. I actually haven't rewatched that one yet, but that's going to be well down the road. I'll be honest, I haven't even seen the new American Kong vs. Godzilla yet. I haven't. Been watching a lot of other things, and I finally just added it to my collection. But since I'm going through all the Godzilla eras, well, I'm just going to get to that one in the natural order of things. Gonna be a while. Still have the Heisei and Millennium eras to go through. Well, I think that's all on Kong vs. Godzilla. I will see you guys hopefully soon.